Guys, what's up? So here I am came here with new video. So in this video we are going to see some more problems of Snakify, and so let's start the video. So in this video we are going to see about the conditional statements. So in conditional statements we are going to solve today problems related to the if statements, then else, and let's see. So I will tell you about the basis of the conditional statements. So as we know, how we can write if statement. So first of all we have if condition. So if I can give an example, say our mother said to us, go to the market and bring this. If you would not be able to find that thing, then buy that thing. So we can see like we have two choices. So these choices we are going to implement here in the code. So this if statement is as such. First of all we have to write if, and then we have to write here condition, and then within the, and here we have to write condition, and here we have to write colons. And please keep a thing in mind, like we have to give proper indentation in our Python program. So Python also throws error if indentation is not proper in the code, so we have to give proper indentation. So if we write colon, as I press enter, I would be something here like one tab space I have to give when I would write this condition. So here I would write my code, like whatever my print statement or something, and then if I press shift plus else, then I would be going towards next statement. So as below, just the if I would write else condition, so in that else condition I would write whatever print statement I want to write, that execute. So for example, I have told you like during the in analogy, our mother said to us, bring this. If you can't be able to find that, then this. So if our condition becomes this false, then this condition by default will be executed. So that's it about if else condition. So yeah, so let's move and do some code and makes our hand dirty with coding. So first problem is minimum of two numbers. So see here, this problem statement is quite very much straightforward. So see here, we have an see here, given two numbers. So let's zoom something. So we have given two numbers and we have to print smaller numbers. So for example, I have given two numbers as 3 and 4. This is my number A and this is my number B, and as I know, like A is smaller, so I have to write a code for this, how I can be able to find smaller number between two numbers. So this is too simple. First of all, I have to take input from the user, like these A and B numbers I would get input from the user of type int, and I would simply write here A, and then using typecasting it into an int within braces, I would use input function, and like this we can able to take input from the user. And after that we would write here B, and then same procedure I would write here again. So by this we can able to take input from the user. Suppose user enter 3 and 4, we have to write check condition for it. Like if user enters, see here, I know like here my A is, we have to find here smaller number. See here, we know like if A is smaller than B, then we would simply print our number A. So or else if we know like our a is not smaller, if this condition becomes false, then simply else condition will be get executed. So whatever in else condition, I would write here print statement. Within the print statement, that thing would be executed if our condition becomes false. Suppose there is b, then it would print value of b. So same condition I have to apply here. If my value of a, see here, value of a is less than b, b is our 4 in this case, a value is 3 and b value is 4, and within double colon. So here you can match here. This condition is true. Why true? Like 3 is less than 4, so this is this condition will be get executed, and as I press enter, I would be going towards next line with a one tap of indentation, and I would use print statement here, and I would write here a. Basically I have to print the smallest number, so this a is my smallest number, and I would simply print it. So then I would add here else condition, and I would use here print statement. And in print statement, if, as I know, like if my a is greater than b, then simply my b will be the smallest number. So that's it, code we have to do. So let's go to a Snakify and solve problem, write code for it. So I would remove all this stuff which is not required here. First of all, I would take two numbers input from the user. Suppose in my case I would take a and b, and using input function I would be able to take input from the user, and I am typecasting that input method, which is by default in string. I'm doing typecasting it into integer. So same thing I would do for the b. I using input function, I would take input from the user and then typecast it into integer. So I'm telling you from the first lecture, like this input function by default takes input in string, so we have to convert that string into integer if we have to deal with the integer number. So now I would write here check condition. If a is less than b, so this is a sign of less than, and then within colon, as I press enter, here you can see indentation is proper here, and I will simply print here a. So only this much of line gives me the output, as if my a value is smaller, then it would print the smaller number, or else what? I know if this condition becomes false, then I know my b number is smaller, so I would simply print it. If I would run this, here I can able to see the smaller number between two numbers, it is 3, so it is printing it. So if I would check my solution for all the test cases, see my solution is working for all the test cases. Now let's move toward the next problem statement, sign function. So this problem statement is also very much easy. So I would copy this, and let's move toward the one notebook and just copy this problem statement and paste it here. So here you can see I have given for given numbers, integers x, we have to print 1 for positive. If it is positive number, we have to print -1 if it is negative number, and we have to print it if it is 0. Suppose we have user will enter in any number, so I know how to take input from the user. So for example, user has entered number a equal to 3, so I know this is a positive number. Then I have to use here conditions if, and I would write here some condition and check if my conditions get satisfied. Like first condition I would write here if it is positive, so I know like number whatever user will enter, this a number like which I am getting input from the user, if it is greater than 0, then it is always positive number, so I will print simply 1 within double colon. So if my a, then I would use here elif. This is similar, if as you know some of the basics about C++, so there is elif else if condition or may this same in C we can use else if. So if this condition becomes false, then our program checks this condition, and then last we have if. So we can write number of if and else if conditions in our program. And in else if I would write here, if my whatever user will enter input, if it is equal to 0, then I would simply print 0, or else by default it would assume that number whatever user will enter, it is a negative number, so it will print here -1. So that's it, we have to write code for it. So let's move towards the browser and code it. So see here, I would remove all this unnecessary stuff from here, and first of all user will enter a number, and I would take it input from the user. So yeah, now I would write a conditional statements. If my a is greater than 0, as I have told you, now I would get I know, like if a is greater than 0, then my number, of course it would be positive number. Then I would simply print within double colons 1, and then I would write here else if. This is similar as to else if my condition first will be false, then second condition will be executed. So I would write here as a equal to 0, then I would print here within double colon 0, or else what would happen, I would assume like my number is negative, so I would print simply -1. So let's run the program, and however program is showing us wrong input. Yeah, what happened? See, module 4 line number if a equal to 0, invalid syntax. Why my condition is directly jumping here? If I would write here these places, let's see what happened. Again it is showing me -1. Why it is let me check once again. For example, if user will enter any input, if it is greater than 0, no, I have written here wrong statement. I have written here as if my a is less than 0, then of course it would print -1. So if I would change, like if a is greater than 0, then it would print 1. So see here, no, I am getting correct output. So if I check my solution for all the test cases, so see here, it is working for all the test cases. So just only we have made a little mistake. I am using instead of a greater than, I am using a less than. So this thing we have to keep in mind while doing these problems. So let's move toward the next problem. We have to find here minimum of 3 numbers. So let's copy and paste our problem here. Yeah, so see here, our problem statement states us like we have given 3 numbers. For example, we have given 2, 3 and 1. Okay, so we know like smallest value is what, this one. So I would assume like user will enter value of a as 2, b as 3 and c as 1. So I have to apply some condition, and see, let's thought something in your mind, like how I can able to find the smallest integer. I simply have to make some check. I have to check all the numbers. Is that my number a is less than b, and I would also check this b is less than c. So which number is my smallest, I would simply print it. So that's this problem. I didn't think like we have to write a pseudocode for it. If you need, then you would comment me, I would make a new video for it. So let's code it directly. I would remove this unnecessary content from here, and see here we have three numbers. So first of all, I would write here code as I would take input of three numbers from the user. Using input function, I know I can take an input, and next here I would again write here input function, and yeah. So by these three lines of code, we can able to take three numbers input from the user. So till this work is over, now we have to print the minimum number among all three numbers. So we have to add some check conditions here. So first of all, I would write here if my a is less than b, and let me check here if is any all my numbers are same. In any case, no, there is no any. So and a is also less than b, c. So I would print like my a is smaller number, or b is no need there. Here I would print simply here print a. So from here I would get to know like my a is smaller number, and if what if my condition this becomes false, my a is not a smaller number among all these numbers. So I would write here condition as if this number is not smaller, then of course b number would be smaller. Then I would write here b number is less than c, and this and means if both conditions are true, then only it will execute. If any of the condition becomes false, then it would return false statement. So b less than c, and the b is also less than a. So I would print here what I would print here b. Basically I would get to know why this my b is a smaller number among all the numbers, and else by default case is what I know my c. If I have checked for the two numbers, so of course it is sure, I'm sure like my number c is the minimum number among all the numbers. So I would simply print my number c. So if I run this, I would be able to find see here I'm getting 3. Whatever output I want, I am getting it. So it is checking for all the numbers, and by comparing it one by one, it is giving me output as 3, and I would be able to know like 3 is my smallest number. So if I check my solution for all the test cases, see here my solution is working for all the test cases. So let's move toward the next problem statement. Next problem statement is also quite very straightforward. It is problem statement regarding equal numbers. So this is my problem statement. I have given 3 integers, so I would copy these 3 integers from here and paste it something here. So here you can see problem statement is I have given 3 numbers. I would take simply 3 numbers input from the user as I have taken here. So determine how many numbers are equal to each other. Like these 3 numbers are given to me, I have to check which numbers are equal. So we have 3 numbers input from the user, and see here first number is 10, and I would check first number with second number. See, I can able to differentiate here, like my 10 is not same here. Here I'm getting something different value. So if I would compare this a with c, so I can able to find like this is my same number. So here I can simply print 2. So I am getting 2 same numbers in the code. If all my numbers are same, so instead of this 5, if I have here 10, so I can simply print here like I have 3 numbers. So basically I have to print that numbers which are same. So I hope you have got the logic. We have to check all the number, and we have to use equal to operator. So difference between this double equal to and this single equal to, it is assignment operator, So simply if we want to assign a variable to some value, for example 1, so this single equal to we would use, but where we have to use this double equal to, this is a comparison operator. If we have to check, like as here we are checking our number A is similar to the number B, so there we use this double equal to. So let's move over the Snakify and code it. So I would remove this unnecessary stuff, and first of all I would take input from the user. So I am doing the same thing from the first lecture, so I think there is no need to explain more about it, how I can able to take input from the user. So I would take as it is input from the user, and then I would use some conditional statements. So how I can able to use, first of all I would check my a number is equal to, I would use a if condition, and then in here see, I would check first of all a is equal to b, or my b is equal to c, or c is equal to a. I would simply print 2. Why 2? I would be able to get from here, like if a is equal to b, then my two numbers are equal, then I would simply print b. So I would also make here condition one more. So what happen if my all numbers are equal? There might be case like if all my numbers are equal. See here, here last test case we have all the numbers are same, so we have to print 3. So I would also write a condition here, elif a equal to b equal to c, then I would print 3 simply. Or my last default case, else I would print 0. Why 0? Because no one repeating term I am getting here. So see here, all these 3 values are different, so I am printing as 0. So if I run my program, see here what I am getting. I am getting something as a equal to b, or b equal to c, c equal to a. If I remove this statement, again I am getting the same problem. So see here, if I would write it within the braces, then what happened? I am getting indentation error. Okay, I am doing here what? I am simply taking input from the user here, and then I am checking if my a is equal to b, or my b is equal to a. Or b equal to c, or c equal to a, and I'm printing simply 2. And then elif I am writing here a equal to b and b equal to c. So I would be able to get to know here. I think here is indentation error I am getting, so let's give it proper indentation. Yeah, if I would run this right now, yeah, I hope it has to work. Again I am getting error a equal to b, line number 8 there is error, still error. Yeah, no, basically Python consider indentation while other languages doesn't consider indentation. So Python, if it doesn't provide proper indentation in our program, so we might see be able to see this type of errors. So yeah, I am getting the correct output. Now I would check my solution for all the test cases. It is again showing me like it is not working for one test case. Which one test case? That if I have three numbers same, A equal to B equal to C. Okay, then I have to print this. Print this. First of all, there might be condition if I would change these conditions from here, if I would make this elif condition, and this one condition as my if condition. So first of all, I would check only first this thing now, like is my all numbers are same. After that I would check my two numbers are same or yeah. So this is a problem. I hope you are getting what I want to say. So first of all, as we have three numbers, there might be condition like first of all condition these three numbers are same. So if our condition becomes satisfied, then we would simply print 3. So if our condition first become false, then we can jump to another condition where we can check like is two numbers are equal. Then I would check if isn't any number is isn't any numbers are equal. So like this we have to think. Next problem is rook problem. So this problem is also too much easy. So let's code it. Yeah. I would first of all tell you like what is rook. If you have ever played chess, you would be able to see this type of piece in the chess. So this is nothing, this is a rook which is used for playing chess. So it can move either horizontally like this, or either it can move vertically. So if you remember like the shape of the chessboard, so it is something like a square box we have, and that we have different spots there. Some is shaded and other is without shaded. So we have this rook on one point. First of all, we can see here program receive 4 input numbers. Okay, like first number is for like which one, like here I can consider like this is my row, this is my column, and this is my row. So our there might be condition like if our rook is in somewhere here in the first row and the first column, okay. So as our rook moves forward or like here side, if our rook moves vertically, maybe downward, so or else vertically, horizontally or vertically, else it can move. So it is moving towards a new position. So that's why we need 4 numbers. So these, if our rook moves here, so then our column remains same, but our row becomes changed. So that's why I am needing here 4 numbers. So I would take firstly 4 numbers input from the user, then I would check like is it possible like my rook will move to the next column. So if it is possible, then I would print yes, otherwise no. So let's see how we can able to code it. So as this is our chessboard, and this is a rook, and it can move either horizontally or vertically. So we have to check if it can move vertically, then we have to print yes. If it can't be able to move vertically, then we have to print no. So yeah, I would remove all this unnecessary stuff from here, and I would simply take 4 numbers. For example, I would consider first number as x1, and then using in type I would take input here, and same thing I would copy from here. No, I am becoming too much lazy because I am copying code and pasting it again and again. Yeah, so I would consider x-axis for horizontally line, and I would consider y-axis for vertical line. So 4 numbers I have taken input from the user. Now I would check here condition. If here you can see I can, if I am getting same numbers 4 means my next position is also same. Previously I meant on the spot, like assume it is on the 4th row and in the 4th column. So in the new position I am on the 5th row and the 5th column, so I would be able to print no. So it means, read the problem again. We have given 2 different cells of the chessboard. We have 2 given different cells and determine like they are the same in my input, where I this input which I am getting here. So see here, only this row can move either in one direction at one time, so it can move this or other, else it can move vertically. So see here, I can either move horizontally or either can move vertically. So this is not correct. Like this, you can see this, I would consider this as my x1 and this my as x2. So this is my row and this is my column. So here you can consider like this is my new row, so I can't move toward the next row because I am getting different number. So I am at row 5, so there might be spot like I can't this is something vertically or maybe outside where I can't move, so that's why we have to print no here. So I would hit check statement. So I would check here as what I would check if my x1 and x1 and other is what x1 equal to y2 and equal to y2, or if any of the condition becomes true, then we would print simply that. So that condition, so that's why we are using here or. So or my x no here I have to write y1. So basically we are shifting from the previous row to the next row. So x1 and y1 we are considering for the rows, and x2 and y2 we are considering for the columns. If it is possible to move there, I would simply print there. Yes, so we have to print as it is whatever we have here, and using shift tab I would use else and print simply no. If I run this program, I am getting output as no. Check my solution for all the test cases, it is working. And let's move toward the next problem statement. So next problem statement is about chessboard same color. I would copy this problem statement and paste it. So we have given 2 cells of the chessboard if they are painted in one color. So what does it mean? Then we have to print yes. If in different color, then no. So see here condition. See here, as we know, like this is the different color and this is different color. Suppose my whatever rook is at this position, like first row, first column. If I would consider rows from here and column from here, so I am at this position. If I am going towards the next position, like my row column has 2 and row has 6, So we know like these spots are same. Then I would print yes. If I am instead of this spot, if I was there, I was at there, so my column would be changed, and then row remains same. So then I would print the as we can see here, we are at the different spots. If instead of this, if I am at here, so this is white and this is brown, so simply I have to print no. So for this we have to write condition here. So I would remove all this stuff from here and then simply take input from the user. As I have told you, x1 equal to int, and using input function I can take input from the user, and then x2 for and simply if I would copy this and paste it again, so this would speed up our writing program. So yeah, I have repeated this for 2 times. So I would write here check condition if my x1 plus x2 plus y1 plus y2, if they are completely divisible by 2 and it is equal to 0, so I would print here simply yes, it can move, or else print here no. If I would run, I am getting yes. You can consider here if I would add these two numbers. First of all, I am having here number 1 plus 1 as I have told you, and next is 2 plus 6. If I would add all these, so I am getting something as 6 plus 2 8 and 2 10. If I would divide it with 2 into 5 is 10. I am getting remainder here as 0. So this 0 is equal to that 0 which I have written here condition. So our condition becomes true, then we have to print yes. So this means like whatever coordinate as I have told you, these are this condition means like we are on the same color. If instead of here 2, I would write here like I am on column number 3rd and on the same row, so this number represents I am on the column number 1 at the first position, like the position where my rook is at present, and then this is the row number, and this is the new position where I have to go. So from here I have to consider like they are on the same spot or not. So instead of this 2, if I have here 3, then my if I add these numbers, then I would get something as 11. If I divide 11 with 2, then I know like I would be getting a reminder as what 1. So I can consider if I'm getting here a reminder as 1, then I can simply say I can't like my rook is not on the same color. If I'm getting 0, I can simply consider here my rook is on the same color. So this is the we have to do, and we have done this same. And here I can write I am on different color. Yeah, so I hope you have got this. I would check my solution for all that. As you can see, it is working fine. So let's move toward the next problem statement. It is about king's move. So all these problems are related only about chess. So if anyone is pro in this, then he might not be able to face any difficulty in solving this type of problems. So let's move toward the next problem statement. So this problem statement says we have a king. So instead of explaining here, I would simply explain it on the Snakify. So see here, I have to check, as I know like king has ability, he can moves either horizontally, vertically, or either diagonally, which the cells are adjacent to it. Adjacent means which are nearer to it. Suppose my king is at here, it can move either in this direction, either in this direction, either in this direction. It can also move diagonally and vertically also and horizontally also. So we have two different cells of the chessboard, determine whether a king can go from first cell to second cell in one move. So if I would move my king in one, if I make one move into the king, then either it can go forward this way, and this way. So we have to check this. Same from the previous question, I have to take 4 numbers as an input, and I have to check like is it can go from one cell to another cell. Then I have to print if it can go, then I have to print yes, otherwise I have to print no. So what would be the case here? See here, I would simply remove all this stuff from here, and yeah, so here, see here, whatever my input is here, this is my row and this is my column. So I am on the same row and same column. I can move toward this 5, as I know like king can move anywhere. So I would simply print yes. If is there any no case? Yeah. So I am in row 1 and column number 1. So if I would move at I have to make one move, either I can go to the next or remain. I can't be able to remain on the same position. I have to make one move. So here you can see I am on the row number 1. I am the same row I am there. So this condition becomes false. So I have to print simply no for it. So if I would code for it, let's code it, guys. If I would take 4 numbers input from the user, so I hope there is no any such problem regarding taking input from the user. So I have taken input from the user, and simply here do what I would use here by different variables, and this y2, as I have taken this, I would add here conditions. So check what I would make here. I would check here like is my, so next what I should do here, I would add a condition such as I have told you, see here, as I have told you in the previous questions, what if I have 0, this means I can able to move to the next position and I am on the same color. So this 0 represent this. If I have this 1, then it means I am on the different color on the chessboard. So if you remember, I think you have got the point what I mean to say. And see here, I would add a check here. If I would subtract absolute value, means if I would subtract x1 minus x2, if I would get negative value, then it would accept, it will change from its negative value to positive number. So that's why we are using here absolute function. And I would subtract x1 minus x2 and check it, is it less than equal to 1? If it is equal to 1, then I can say yeah, it can move. So basically here we have king, so king can move either diagonally, horizontally or vertically, so it can move towards any condition. So if it is equal to 0 or 1, then we can say yeah, it can move. And same I would check it for the columns also. If I subtract y1 minus y2 and check is it equal to 1, less than equal to 1, then I can say yes. If it can able to move to any of the position, then I can say yeah, it can move. So I would print here yes, or else I can print No, the king can't be able to move, so I can print simply her no. I have to write this in capital letters. So if I run this program, I can able to print yes. So if I check my solution for all the test cases, see here what problem I am getting here. So the problem I am getting here is if I would use here something as for which test case it is not working. 4 minus 5. I've done subtraction here. No, I have done the wrong subtraction. I have to multiply, subtract this x1 from y1 and this x2 from y2. If I would check my solution, yeah, so this small mistake we are making here, as I have told you, like this one is for my rows and this y1 is also for my rows. This one is my position which I am initially at, and this one is my new position, new position where I have to go. So I have to subtract this row by this and then this row by this. So like this we can able to solve, and our solution is working for all the test cases. So let's move toward the next problem statement. So this next problem statement is about bishop move. So same as similar to king, bishop also can move either vertically, horizontally, and even diagonally also. So we have to check here, is it can move from one move to another. So I have to same like in previous questions, first of all I would remove all this unnecessary stuff from here, and then I would take input as it is I am taking for all the questions of chess. So if I would told you what is bishop, then bishop is nothing but in simple terms I can say it is elephant. So if you familiar with chess, you can able to get it like what is elephant. So elephant has a capability, he can either move forward or we can say horizontally, or either it can move diagonally. So this is the bishop. No, we can say and next we have to add a logic for it. So as I have told you, for the king, same condition I would apply here also. If I would add here a if condition and use a absolute function and then subtract x minus y1 and then check is it equal to greater than 1, and on the same time I would check here is my x2 minus y2 is greater than or equal to 0. This condition means like it can either go to next position. So this we are checking here if it can possible. So it can possible means what, this condition becomes true, then we are printing here yes it can move, or else if it does not be able to move, then I would print here no, it can't be able to move. If I run this, yeah, would check my solution. What is the problem for the first test case? It is not working. So let's see what is the problem. So here we have what we have as I'm finding what x minus y1 greater than equal to, you just wait, I have got the problem. What is problem here? So we have to remove this greater than equal to and this. So if I come instead of this and if I use conditional statement here equal to, then it means if I can move to the different position, then it is okay. Yeah, I can move. If I instead of and if I can use equal to, I would be able to move. If I again run this and check my solution for all test cases, yeah, it is working. So let's move toward the next problem statement. So this is problem statement regarding queuing. So from the previous questions, as we are considering, like king, queen and bishop have the capability, they can move either we can say vertically, horizontally and diagonally. We will check it, they can either move to next position or what, either they can go to the next cell or what. Then we have to simply print yes, and I would remove this unnecessary stuff from here and simply take input of 4 numbers from here. I would write x1. I would write if what I can see here my test case is if my all numbers are equal, like x1 equal to x2, y2 x1 equal to x2, y2 y1 equal to y2, then I would print yes. So I would write this condition here and right here x1 equal to x2, or simply I can say y1 equal to y2, then I am printing yes. For more test cases I want to show you, like if my x1 minus x2 is equal to y1 minus y2, I am getting here what I am getting 0, and this y1 minus y2, or instead this. So here I can print no. So like if I subtract 2 minus 3 or 3 minus 2, I am remaining as 1, so both are not equal, so I can print simply no. So same condition I have to follow for all cases also. Or I can simply say here if I can minus x1 minus x2, which is equal to y1 minus y2 or y1 or x1 minus x2 equal to, I guess there is no need to write this condition. If I can simply print yes, and then simply press shift tab and then write here else condition, and using print statement I would writing here no. If I run this code and it is showing me x is not, yeah, error by mistake written x, so it is showing me error, that's why I run my solution for all the test cases, see here, but it is not working for one test case number 12. So see here what is the test number 12. If I, yeah, my x1 is greater but x2 is smaller, I have to check for this also. So I have to add here condition is or x1 minus x2 equal to y2 minus y1. If I run this and again check my solution, no, it is working. So case number 12. So see here I have x1 value as 3 and 5, I am getting 2 as, if I subtract this, so I am getting here addition 3 minus 5, I am getting here 8, and then if I would subtract y this 7 from 1, so for the I have to print yes for my output. So how I can print, so if I would do 1 minus 7, so this would something be wrong. So I can see here I have to use this what I can say, I have to do this 8, yeah, I am at this test case, I have to simply do 1 minus plus, then these are same, then this is also becomes 8, this one 7 plus 1 also becomes 8 equal to 8, so this condition becomes true. So that's it we have to do, and now let's move toward the next problem statement. So next problem statement is knight move. So knight is nothing but horse. So here we can see like horse can move in L direction. It can move forward or it can move to this way or this way. L move means what? The horse can move as this, as it can move vertically and then move in this direction either on this direction. If it moves this horizontally, it can move either this direction or it can move either this direction. It can't be able to move diagonally or somewhere. So let's code it. So yeah, so same thing, I would be copying from the previous. I would be taking 4 numbers as my input and I would write a condition here as what I would use dx, and I am finding here absolute value if I subtract x1 minus x2, and then same I would check for the d2 also, dy also. In that I would, instead of x1 I would do y1 minus y2. So now I would write here check statement, and in that I would check if my dx equal to 1 and dy equal to 2. This means like it is moving towards the next move. So we are here to find it can either move to an next cell or not. So it is, if it is 1, then yeah, we can find its output on the same color. As we move 1 in the horizontal direction, we are able to find the output. So see here, if it is equal to 1, that it means if I move straight, I am able to where the position where I have to go, I am on there. So if I have 2, so this means like I would go firstly straight and this, and then I am moving vertically or then I am moving horizontally. So this means 2. So if I am finding something my position where I have to go here, so this means 2. So this condition we have applied here. If dx is equal to 1 and dy equal to 2, so, or we can say we can replace this, or we can say here dy equal to 1 and dx equal to 2. So then I am printing yes, it can move, and otherwise else I would print no. If I run my program and it is showing me error, and line number d1 and d2, I have to, instead of 1 equal to, I have to use 2 equal to. Basically I am checking its, I have to add a comparison operator. I am doing comparison here. So yeah, I am getting here no. Basically as I would check my solution for all the test cases, it is showing me yeah, my code is working for all the test cases. So let's move toward the next problem. This is problem statement about chocolate bar. I would copy this problem and paste it into my one notebook. So this problem is something about chocolate. So suppose we have this chocolate which has vertices as n into m. Suppose n is my length and m is my breadth. So I have to split chocolate into 2 parts. So suppose I would make a line on the chocolate. I am splitting this into 2 equal parts. So I have to find whether it is possible to split into 2 parts exactly of k square. So I would take input from the user 3 numbers k, n and m. So I would write here I would remove this unnecessary sub which is not required, and equal to int input function I would use here, and then simply write m equal to int input, and then I would write here k input, and then I would add here condition as what I'm checking if my k is less than equal to whatever my chocolate actually is, and my k modulus if I would find with m or n, it is equal to must be equal to 0. The k size must be equal to same to the length of chocolate, or either it should be equal to 0, or if I find the modulus with m, it should also be equal to 0. Either this condition should be true, or either this condition should be true. Then I would print what I have to print, yes and no. I would print here yes, I can able to split my chocolate, and otherwise I would print here no, I am not be able to split the chocolate. Yeah, if I would run this and check my solution, it is working, not working for one test case. So which one is that test case? And then if I would add here braces, and here also braces, okay. So what problem we are getting here? Our less than is equal to okay. Yeah, so we have to check this whole condition at once. So either both conditions must be true at once, so that's why we are getting error at that time in the two test cases. No, it is working fine. Now next problem is about we have to find leap year, and this problem statement is very much popular, so I think every student must know this problem. So we have to find leap year. So what is leap year? So we have to while we have to find leap year, we have to consider 2-3 test cases. So 2-3 things in our mind. So they have given the guidelines to us. So firstly we have to check whatever number user will enter, like whatever year. So user will enter, suppose I have entered 2012. So I have to check this, is this number is divided by 4? So yeah, it is divided by 4. I can simply calculate 4, 5 and 353. If I would multiply 4 3 12, 4 5 20, yeah, I'm getting the same answer. So on the same time this number is not divisible by 100. If I divisible 2012 with 100, and if I multiply it with 20 means 200, then I am able to find it. I'm getting a reminder here as 12, so it is not completely dividing with 100. And one more condition we have to consider here, the number is exactly divided by 400. So this 2012 is exactly divided by 400. So if I would divide, so I would get something reminder as 0. So this condition we have to consider as we have to find leap year. So we have to print, if the year is leap, then we have to print only simply leap, and if it is not, then common. So let's code it. So yeah, I would remove this all unnecessary stuff, and first of all I would take input from the user, and I name of the variable here I would give year, and using input function I would take input from the user. And first of all I would check here condition as if a year is modulus operator I would use is completely divisible by 4 equal to 0, and on the same time my year is not, this is not equal to sign exclamation mark and equal to not equal to the same time my year is, yeah, when I divide it with 100 is not equal to 0. And one more condition we have to check, my year is completely divisible, my year should be completely divisible with 400. Then I would say my year is leap year, then I would print here leap, and in the else condition I would write here print, what else I have to print here, come on, simply I would write here COMMO, and if I run my program and check but my year is leap year, if 4 is completely divisible by, yeah, so where I am getting problem, I have to check only these cases now. Year is a leap year if it is exactly divisible by 4 and it is not exactly divisible by 100. Okay, it is not equal to 0, yeah, this is right. Okay, I have to write here OR operator, now it is showing me here. So if I would write here AND operator, then all these conditions must have to true at once, so this is not possible, so we have to use here OR. If any of the condition becomes true among this, so it would print whatever we want. So here in this case we want leap, so it would print it leap. So we know like 2012 I have shown you the example, it is divisible by 400 also and 4 also, but it is not divisible by 100, so that's why it is printing leap. So if I would check my solution for all the test cases, I would run this and my solution is working for all the test cases. So that's it about this video. So for the next video, keep it, and until then, bye bye. If you feel that my videos are clearing your doubts to some extent, you can keep support, and even whatever improvements are needed in me, like content and all, something is there, so you can comment me, feedback me. I would try to improve this in my future videos. So till then, bye.